Like thousands of Tennesseans, Gary Watlington has a doorbell camera.
I just wanted to make sure that my family was safe and secure.
In fact, he has an entire security system at his North Knox County home.
I actually did some research and everything and found out that these products are from they're Alarm.com, which is one of the top providers of security equipment and cameras, and they've never been hacked.
Not everyone with security cameras can say that. In fact, this video from an ABC News story shows how home monitoring systems can be hacked. The young girl can hear music that is coming from the camera in her room.
Who is that?
I'm your best friend.
The person watching her through the camera then tells her she can destroy her room.
You can do whatever you want right now. You can mess up your room. You can break your TV.
The girl eventually cries out to her mom.
I can't even put into words how violated I feel, and it really is my worst nightmare.
These are going to be packed with tons of analytics built into them.
Scott Brockamp of His Security in Farragut has a lot of experience with home security cameras. He says what we just saw shouldn't happen, but it does.
Now that we have folks installing their own alarm systems, they don't necessarily know the best practices.
Brockamp, who is a licensed security system installer, says problems can usually be traced back to how we connect to our cameras.
If it's just sitting on your network and it's has an accessible, what they call a GUI or an interface that you can communicate with that camera right from that IP address, now that creates some security vulnerabilities.
And he adds, one way to prevent someone from gaining access is to make sure it has two-factor authorization.
That's why it's so important. So when you go to log into that website, if it's not you, there is still a second layer of protection that's going to keep you and your video safe.
Watlington says that's how his system is set up.
The type of encryption that they use, the type of secure app that they use, and everything else. So yeah, I have no worries at all.
Brockamp says everyone also needs to remember, most of the time that a hacker gets in your home security system can be traced back to homeowners giving out personal information.
As we know, there are all these different scams that people try to do to get your personal information. And that's how they're hacking the majority of accounts that they hack, is whether it's a spam phone call, whether it's a spoof email, or whatever it is, we're giving up that information, not understanding and knowing that we're giving it up.